Welcome back, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest this evening is that guy who's great in all those movies, including Holes, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. His novel, City of Blows, is out now in paperback. Please welcome to The Late Show, Tim Blake Nelson. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you on.
It's a pleasure.
I'm a longtime fan. I can't believe this is the first time I've had a chance to talk to you.
Well, yeah. There are all those times you asked me and I couldn't make it. No, it's amazing to be here. It's
Well, you've said that you don't think that you're what people think of when they think of as an actor.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Because you've been in 80 movies. I mean, you're what I think of when I think of as an actor I really like. Why is it hard for you to believe that this is your life?
Well, I guess I've always been puzzled by it. I always had a shallow, I suppose, perspective on what makes an actor and who should be an actor and whom an audience wants to see.
And everybody has to look like Cary Grant?
Yeah, it was something like that. It never really computed for me that normal-looking people, or perhaps abnormal-looking people, belonged on screens. And that people wanted to see idealized versions of what a human being might be. And it's strange because I always loved the character actors, like Edward G. Robinson and Walter Houston and Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine. These actors were always really my favorite actors growing up. But even still, I would get a look at myself early on when I would audition for television, and I'd see myself in the monitor and just think, oh no, that's not gonna work.
Has that changed?
Yeah, it's changed somewhat because I came to understand that you need the guy who's next to the guy.
Is it fun? Is it fun to be the guy who's next to the guy?
Yeah, and ultimately that's more what I've wanted to be because I get to grow ridiculous beards like this.
Which for a part?
Yeah, it's for a part I'm about to play. And I guess, I'm what a generous person would call interesting looking, and
well, you've been referred to as one of the great character actors, whatever that means. But here are some of the characters that you've played and people have loved. Here you are as Delmar in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? My kids love this one. There you are as Dr. Podansky in Holes. As Richard Schell in Lincoln. And of course, can't forget Buster Scruggs right there. What does character actor mean to you?
Yeah, I think that you have to juxtapose it. I guess they say the opposite of a character actor is either a lead, which applies to both theater and film, or a movie star, which is, of course, only applies to film. And I think that the difference largely is for a movie star, as any actor in movies, you're freighted with all the roles that have come before you, and you're advantaged by that. So if you go see a Tom Cruise movie, or a George Clooney movie, or a Brad Pitt movie, you want some of that Brad Pitt, and that's great.
You sure do.
Yeah. And what's amazing about those guys is that they've been able to bring something that is utterly unique about each one of them into these movie star characters. And it's this wonderful combination of the Brad Pittness of the character and then whatever the particulars of that character demand. Whereas I think with a character actor, you want more to disappear into a role. and foreground a little bit less of yourself. And I've always been really interested in that, in addition to the fact that I really didn't have a choice, being a foreshortened gargoyle.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, now you have written your first novel, now available in paperback, called City of Blows. Out today in paperback. The book is a story of Hollywood and some of the rougher sides of it, too. You talk about people who are, you're embodying people in here who might have their own echoes in the reality of Hollywood, some bad eggs out there. Who are the goodest eggs you've ever worked with in Hollywood? Who are the people you would highly recommend that people want to work with? Because you've worked with incredible directors, the Coen brothers, Spielberg, Guillermo del Toro, Terrence Malick. Your own son.
Yeah.
Your own son right here. I believe this is your son.
Henry Nelson.
There's Henry Nelson in the film you shot with him called Asleep in My Palm.
Yeah, Henry and I made this movie, Asleep in My Palm, which is out right now. But I guess all those guys you mentioned, Terrence Malick, Steven Spielberg, the Coens, Del Toro, Guillermo del Toro, I mean, these are incredibly generous people. I would say for me personally, the most influential in terms of just extraordinary human beings have been the Coens. They're extraordinary people, both together and as individuals. And what's most impacted me directly in my life and also indirectly is just their generosity. And you can see it in their movies. They do more than what is necessary to tell a story always. They give you more in production design, in the editing, in the music. It's always so beautifully and luxuriously curated by them in such a complete way. And then if you think of the actors to whom they've given careers, single-handedly almost. I'm one, Frances McDormand, Holly Hunter, Steve Buscemi, John Turturro.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite Coen Brothers movie? Because there's a right answer.
I love Miller's Crossing.
That's the right answer. That's in my opinion. That's my favorite. It's just his first film I bought for myself is Miller's Crossing.
And why do you love it?
Because of it's a story. It's a love story about two men, and what it means to love someone, and that love may not be what that person wants you to be, but there's a purity to Tom's love that I find incredibly moving and as good as any love story I've ever seen. And you rarely see that between two men.
That is a fantastic answer. And now that's going to be my answer, because it's much more interesting than mine. I like the philosophy of it, and that this guy has been through all he has, and then he just puts that hat down, which has been this really valent metaphor through the entire movie. And he puts that hat down and he's going to face his future. And what I love about their movies is that that's what their heroes do, whether it's a comedy or a drama, whether it's a noir thriller, whatever, or a story about Llewyn Davis, it's always about people buffeted by these unpredictable forces who are just going to put their head down and move forward. And it's so gorgeously put forth in Miller's Crossing. But I still like your answer better.
Wonderful to have you on. Thank you so much. His novel, City of Blows, is available in paperback now. Tim Blake Nelson, everybody. We'll be right back.